Good morning, students. Today again we are going to continue with the chapter Life Processes. And today basically we are going to start with the transportation system. Okay. Now we have studied the human alimentary canal, that is digestion and respiratory system. Now the substances picked by the respiratory organ or the food absorbed by alimentary canal must be supplied to all the living cells of the body, right? So by some mechanism it must be transported, and that is transportation from one place to of the abundance to the places where there it is scarcity. Okay, such coordinated process carrying out proper distribution of material among the cells are considered as transportation. And transportation in human being, basically we are going to study. So in human being there are two circulatory systems through which the material are transported. They are blood vascular system and lymphatic system. So basically we have in detail we are going to study the blood vascular system. Blood circulatory system is regarded as kind of vascular system. Therefore it is called as blood vascular system. Okay. So a vascular system is that which has tubes full of fluid to be transported from one place to another. So the blood vascular system comprises of, there are different, we can see the circulatory system in human being, it has three distinct components. Number one, blood. It is a fluid that circulates in our body, and the blood vessels, the tube that help the blood to circulate, and heart, the pumping organ that circulates the blood around the body. So basically the blood vessels, they are of three types. These are arteries, veins and capillaries. Okay. And blood has two components. What is that? Blood corpuscles and plasma. Okay. So that we will study in detail. And blood corpuscles, they are of three types. Red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles, that you say RBC and WBC, and blood platelets. Okay. That we will study in coming topics now. So presence of oxygen and carrying hemoglobin pigment in red blood cells make it look red. Okay. Now transportation, again I have told you the definition. You can go through the definition. Now transportation in human beings. Transportation in human is done by circulatory system. I have told the components. Heart. Heart is a muscular organ which is located near the chest, slightly towards the left in the thoracic region, and heart is the main pumping organ of the body. Human heart is divided into four chambers which are involved in transportation of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. In human beings, the heart is four chamber, and the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, they remain separated. They do not get mixed up, so that there is complete, so that our body requirement can be completed. Okay. The upper two chambers are called the atria or atrium or auricles, and the two lower chambers are called as ventricles. Okay. This is composition of blood. I have told you blood is form of plasma and blood, and blood has three corpuscles, that is red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. Red blood cells are also known as erythrocytes, white blood cells leukocytes, and platelets are known as thrombocytes. Now blood vessels carry blood throughout the body. There are three type of blood vessels: arteries, veins and blood capillaries. Okay. I have talked in the starting of topic that there are three type of blood vessels. Okay. Arteries, they carry oxygenated blood, and veins, they carry deoxygenated blood. And gaseous exchange take place between blood and cells at capillaries. So they are one layer thick, and exchange of gases that take place only at the capillaries. Now basically what is the difference between arteries and veins? So if we talk about the difference between arteries and vein, an artery carry blood away from the heart, okay, and a vein carries blood towards the heart. So away from heart, that is oxygenated, and towards the heart it is deoxygenated. See, I have given separate colors also so that you can remember it. An artery is thicker than a vein, and a vein is comparatively thinner. Okay, why arteries are thick? Because they carry oxygenated blood, and oxygenated blood is under very high speed and it is very jerky, and if they are thin then they can rupture. So and requirement of oxygenated blood in our body is at very high rate. So that's why the flow of blood is at very high rate. So that's why the arteries are thicker, and whereas veins, they are comparatively thinner. The pulmonary artery that we will talk about in heart, it carries deoxygenated blood, whereas the pulmonary vein, it carries the oxygenated blood. Arteries have rigid wall and veins have comparatively thin wall. Blood flows under pressure through a artery. I have told that blood flows through vein is much calmer. Lumen of arteries is narrow and lumen of vein is comparatively wider. Okay. So you can see here, these are the arteries, these are the vein, and the one unit thick, one cell thick, these are the capillaries where the exchange of gases take place. Okay. So you can see the connective tissue, the smooth muscles, and in the veins there are valves are present. Valves are means which prevent the backflow of the blood. Means if once they have taken the deoxygenated blood, it do not flow back into the organ. So there is a valve which prevent the backflow of the blood. Is that clear?